covering West Michigan to protect and alert you. This is News Channel 3, live at 6.
West Michigan is continuing to recover tonight after deadly tornadoes tore through areas Friday evening. It left behind a trail of debris and devastation. 4 people were killed and many others injured. Our team led you through the initial storm and the beginnings of cleanup just last night. And tonight we have new details and more team coverage. One of those new details, we've learned that a 12-year-old boy in Cass County was killed during the severe weather. Deputies report they got a call around 3:15 p.m. Friday. It was about a possible tornado touchdown on Conrad Road and that the caller could not find their son. The parents found their son, Silas Anderson, but it was before first responders arrived and were able to provide first aid. The boy was taken to the hospital where he later died. We're also learning the strength of the tornado that touched down in Union City. It's where the majority of the deaths and injuries happened. The National Weather Service says that through their preliminary assessment, they're rating the tornado as at least an EF3. But again, that is preliminary and could still change. Other areas, including Three Rivers and Edwardsburg, will also be surveyed by the National Weather Service. Governor Gretchen Whitmer activated the State Emergency Operations Center last night, and today she said that she will declare a state of emergency for Branch, Cass, and St. Joseph County. Some of the most shocking video from yesterday came out of Union City, where 3 people were killed and 12 were injured in the tornado. That is where we start our team coverage tonight with News Channel 3's Colin Roos. Colin attended a press conference from the Branch County Sheriff's Office and Emergency Management at the spot where the tornado touched down. He joins us live. And Colin, what message did they share with us this afternoon?
Princess, the sheriff and emergency personnel are asking everyone to give Union City its space right now. You can see behind me the incredible devastation that this tornado left behind. There is debris scattered all throughout this field. We saw cars slipped over. We've seen trees torn from limb to limb, siding torn off of homes, and there's even more down by the lake. Now, emergency services aren't letting people much further down past this road as families continue to process the loss of life and of property.
Is that a tornado?
There goes a house.
Twisted branches, overturned cars, and belongings scattered all along Union Lake. This is what remained at the site where Friday's tornado began and where Branch County leaders gave an update on what is now a recovery effort. When faced with a scene like this, Emergency Management Coordinator Tim Miner emphasized that numbers don't matter.
These people were still affected by something, right? We all know it was the wind. So let's not focus on this was an EF3 or EF4. We had lives lost and people hurt.
The storm damaged around 70 buildings, ranging from torn-off siding to complete destruction. The search and rescue teams are using canines, drones, and even divers as much of the property went into the lake. Residents have not yet had the chance to return, with hazards scattered throughout yards and fields.
Everything from sharp objects, unstable structures, gas tanks leaking, all different kinds of things that we have to account for within this.
Sheriff Fred Blankenship asked the community to call local dispatch if they have a family member within 6 miles of Blossom and Tuttle roads. First responders did not give a number on how many are still missing, as it remains an active scene. Miner hopes families will be able to gather their belongings by late Sunday, with notifications set to go out on social media.
It does not mean that everybody that wants to drive in here and have a look, it's not that time.
He thanked the many city police departments that reached out for help, along with the state resources provided by Governor Gretchen Whitmer's State of Emergency Declaration. Without getting into details, he called first responders and citizens heroic for how they helped others at the first signs of danger.
That's what I would walk away with is heed warnings, have a system to receive alerting no matter where you're at.
And you can sign up for those alerts, those code red alerts at branchcounty.gov. The sheriff says that families are not in need of food donations right now, but if you would like to help out, you can give monetary donations to the Red Cross or Branch County's Victim Services Units. In Union City, Colin Roos, News Channel 3.
The Village of Union City announced that Union City High School has opened up as a resource center. Residents can go there for shelter, get access to restrooms, showers, food, and water. They also have clothes, personal hygiene items, and bedding too. The Village of Union City also asked residents to please avoid unnecessary travel, especially around Union Lake and the downtown areas. Extra traffic makes it harder for emergency crews and utility workers to safely do their job. They say more updates will be posted as information becomes available. Meteorologist Will Haney was in the Weather Alert Center last night. He was tracking those deadly storms for you. And tonight he takes a closer look at the tornado in Union City. Will?
Yeah, hey there, Princess. This was all one storm. That's what makes it so shocking as far as kind of the rarity of an event like this here in West Michigan. This was the storm as it was pushing through Cass County, and it's not confirmed yet, but I would say a likely tornado at this time, but again, not confirmed by the National Weather Service. The difference here is that we don't have as many videos or photos of a very clear funnel in contact with the ground. Just a lot of damage consistent with what could have been a tornado. As that storm continued to push off to the northeast, initially kind of tracking near M60, a tornado warning was issued for Three Rivers at about 3:38 in the afternoon. Now, within about, I would say, 8 minutes or so later, there was likely a tornado on the ground entering into the business district right near M60 and Broadway there in Three Rivers, impacting, of course, Menards, as we saw a lot of photos of. The facade of Menards, the front of that building, really just destroyed and part of the roof lifted off. And then, yeah, we see numerous reports of spotter-confirmed tornado, a multi-vortex tornado at that on the ground. Then, as this was pushing off to the northeast, it eventually was warned as it was approaching Union City. Again, I would estimate about somewhere between probably 5 to 10 minute lead time on that, and spotters reporting a tornado that touched down likely just on the northeastern side of Union Lake. We were tracking this storm for several hours during its life cycle, where again it did quite a bit of damage in Union City. These are a couple of videos of the Three Rivers tornado side by side. You actually see multi-vortex structure to this. What that is just multiple swirls around apparent circulation. This is indicative of your stronger tornadoes, certainly that we see here in Michigan. There's the radar scan of that storm I was just showing you, and this we just received this information within the last 10 minutes. We can now say this was at least an EF2 tornado in Three Rivers with max winds of 130 miles per hour. But just like that Union City tornado, that's still preliminary. The National Weather Service has only concluded a small portion of their survey. They're going to be out and about tomorrow as well. This was the Union City tornado, a side-by-side. I'll step out of the way. This video really, really striking, showing a very violent tornado doing damage as it was working its way through, again, just northeast of Union Lake. This one, like I said, preliminarily an EF3 with max winds up to about 150. We're gonna get more detailed information in the coming days. Right now, pretty quiet. We saw some breezy showers work their way through. Temperatures are cooling as we look ahead to tomorrow. A lovely day ahead on the backside of this weekend. We'll have details coming up. Princess.
Thank you, Will. We're also getting new video out of Three Rivers from inside the store Menards right after the tornado hit it. Take a look. This video is from Levi Stokes showing the aftermath. Debris is everywhere and a hole is in the ceiling. Stokes says he and his grandma were inside Menards when the tornado hit.
That's where we were at, Grandma.
Right in the middle of it?
Yeah, see, it even ripped the roof off. Oh my gosh. That's where we were, dude. Right there. We had carts flying at us.
Wow, I'm glad they're okay. When Stokes left Menards, he said you could see cars rolled over and smashed in the parking lot. And the cleanup in Three Rivers, well, that's just beginning. Neighborhoods are still blocked off as the city's mayor says there's still a search and rescue operation going on. And again, we just learned that 10 people were hurt in Three Rivers due to the tornado, but no fatalities. Now we continue our team coverage with News Channel 3's Tyler Brummett. He spent the day in St. Joseph County and shows us how people are banding together.
Here at Immaculate Conception Catholic Church, their gymnasium really got the brunt of the damage. Look at that right there. You can see a hole in the side of the building. If you look on the ground, there's debris all over the place. And right over here, you see several trees that were snapped in half, branches all over the ground. A drive through Three Rivers can quickly bring heartbreak. Trees down in front of homes, a mangled metal mess, and debris everywhere.
This tree's been here for I don't know how long, and it's gone. You can tell by the inside is how old it was.
Nancy Schoaf says she's never seen anything like this.
It's going to take a long time, I think, for a lot of this to get cleaned up and be straightened out. But all we can do is come together as a community have strong faith and be here for each other.
Not only is there a mess at her home, but also at her church, a time when those close to her are leaning on faith.
I could not imagine this would be so forceful, and so devastating. But still, I want people to be people of hope and find support from each other,
Since Friday's tornado, people have been jumping in to help. Mayor Angel Johnston says crews were still carrying out a search and rescue operation Saturday.
And we don't want people putting themselves in danger. Right now, we still have a search and rescue operation going on, so we need to make sure that the roads are clear for first responders.
She's been working closely with Mayor Pro Tem Tony Stanfill, who's also the 3rd District Commissioner.
I know that times are hard right now. I know that everybody's in a state of shock and disbelief, but we are a great community. We're going to stand together, and we're all going to get through this.
Now, the mayor of Three Rivers is asking for people to stay off the streets if they don't need to travel. She says right now that is kind of slowing down recovery efforts. As for the church here, they are not going to be having a Sunday service this week, but we're told there will be, hopefully, a service next Sunday. In Three Rivers, Tyler Brummett, News Channel 3.
For those impacted in Three Rivers, there are resources available. The Red Cross has opened a shelter at Riverside Church on East Michigan Avenue. Anyone affected by the storms can grab a hot meal, charge their phone, or get other support. The St. Joseph County Sheriff's Office also announced some resources. On your screen to the right are 2 QR codes. Now, the one on the left is the volunteer sign up for tornado recovery in St. Joseph County. The one on the right is for residents who experienced property damage and need to report it. For those in Cass County, Edwardsburg Public School has opened their intermediate school cafeteria to school families, community members, and first responders who need food or a place to go. Additionally, O'Neill Smokehouse in Cassopolis says they will provide free meals to anyone impacted by the tornadoes. Residents are asked to contact the restaurant for free meals, and Red Cross volunteers are distributing cleanup kits to residents. Now, those kits, they include a bucket, a mop, a broom, sponge, gloves, and cleaning supplies. Hundreds of people are still without power tonight in St. Joseph County. Take a look. This is the outage map for Indiana-Michigan Power. It's showing over 1,000 customers are still without power in the Three Rivers area, as well as Fabius. Consumers Energy's outage map is not currently reporting any outages in the areas that were impacted by the severe weather. Indiana-Michigan Power says restoration efforts will continue into tomorrow. They say the best way to stay up to date is through their app and mobile alerts. The app shows the latest information specific to you and your account, plus the text and email alerts update you whenever there's a change in estimates or when service is restored. And if you need to report an outage, you can do so on their website. And what helped us tell these stories today and yesterday were you, the viewers. We got hundreds of photos and videos as the storm moved through. You can scan this QR code to submit your own video and photos. You can also head to our website, WWMT.com, and click on the Chime In page. We want to thank everyone who helped us tell this story and helped others be weather aware. Coming up, we'll take a look.